probably don't want to now, because you're like, who is this weird person? Hi beautifuls, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing I don't really know what I'm going to be doing, to be honest with you. I feel like I just need to put some makeup on, so I have already done one eye because I just don't feel motivated when it comes to makeup at the moment. So I have been struggling to come up with something, so I thought I would just sit down, chill out, put on like YouTube, just watch it and come up with a little look. And let's just get on into the video. So what I've done is I've gone for mainly like greens. I have used a yellow transition and yeah, just built up the greens basically to kind of deepen up the eye a little bit more. Oh, I genuinely thought I was going to drop that then. So the palette that I have been using is the Morphe 35B palette. I'm not even entirely sure if they do this anymore. I know it's discontinued. I don't know if they brought it back. But any kind of like colourful palette will be perfect if you do have one. So these are just the shades that you get in there, so a load of different shades, and I just feel like they really do blend nicely together. I do find that the cool tones and the warm tones with most palettes do go patchy, so be very careful with blending kind of like warm and cool tones together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the yellow in the palette. I was going to keep showing you the shades, but but what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to tell you what the colour is that I'm using, because they're pretty much just like standard yellow, greens, and I also used a black as well just to kind of deepen up the outer corner, or the outer corners anyway. But what I did was I just started off by buffing the yellow straight into the crease. I feel like the yellow is always a really easy shade to blend. So it literally was just that, just buff that in super quick. I've got, right, excuse the brushes that I've got, because like I say, I have used all the other ones, washed them. I think they're still a little bit damp, so I've been using like really strange brushes, but this one here is just like a fluffy flatter brush. And what I did was I went into this sort of lighter green. This is much more of a warm toned green. What I did was I started by just buffing that into the crease, like directly into it, and then just keep building that shade up. So yeah, I literally have, I think I keep saying literally all the time. So I've been feeling really unmotivated with makeup. I feel like I just feel unmotivated with everything at the moment. I feel like I have those days a lot. I don't know if you guys do, like where you just kind of don't feel like you want to do anything, or you can't be arsed. I'm just feeling a little bit like that at the moment. And yeah, I felt like I needed to just push myself out of it and just start doing something, because I don't feel like you can pull yourself out of it when you're in a rut by hoping that it's gonna pass. I really do feel like you have to kind of like pull yourself out of it, and I really do go through these like, well, go into a rut like every few months, I would say. I do suffer with like anxiety, and I used to suffer with depression a lot, and I feel like I've kind of got a handle more on the depression. I kind of know the signs, and I know how to just deal and manage with it, I guess. With anxiety, if I have a few things like coming up, or I've got to do certain things, I think it just like makes me feel very subdued. So what I'm going to do now is just go in with like a cool toned green, so it's a lot darker, and I'm just going to be blending that straight into the crease again, and then on each of the outer corners of the eye. But yeah, I feel like sometimes when I've got a few things on, I start to stress a lot more, and not particularly because I'm worried or stressed about that thing. It's just that I know things are coming up. Like, it's really weird. Like, I think if you just watch my videos, usually you think, oh, she's like confident, or she goes out or whatever. I actually don't a whole lot. I don't really go out. I do suffer with anxiety, so I really don't tend to go out on my own a lot, which is really weird. And yeah, like I don't have a whole bunch of friends, and even though like it can be like a little bit, I don't know, it can be a little bit lonely, I guess, but I feel like sometimes it's actually easier to just not have friends in that sense, especially if they're not going to be good friends or nice friends. Like, if you're not going to be nice, then really are you a friend? Like, that's how I feel anyway. I feel like I'm quite savage when it comes to that, and just because of like past experiences, I just don't have the time for it, like, at all. But yeah, so I just don't tend to like go out a whole bunch, like, and then if my other half is home, then I will kind of go out and everything will be fine. It won't even be like an issue at all. Like, I won't even feel anxious. But if I'm on my own, then I feel super anxious, and I feel like when I'm stuck in a bit of a rut, that's when it would just be like a little bit worse. And that's probably why I'm feeling like unmotivated with makeup, because I'm just like not functioning as a normal human being at the moment. But yeah, I mean, it's weird. I kind of feel like sometimes like you can share too much, but at the same time, people kind of put on a brave face. Most people put on a brave face and just pretend that everything's fine, and then other people feel like, oh god, like, is it just me that goes through this stuff? And I feel like no, there is probably 95% of people go through the same stuff you do or feel the same as you do, and they just don't say anything. So sometimes I feel like if you feel like slightly relatable, or you feel like you can relate to somebody, it makes you feel a little bit better. And that is mainly the types of people I watch on YouTube. People that are open make me feel a lot happier, and yeah, just kind of make me feel like I'm not on my own as such. What I'm going to do now is just take that yellow again and just buff all around the edges. And because I haven't done my foundation yet, I am literally not going to be like too like precise with this, especially on the outer area. I really just want to blend that yellow around that green just to really blow it out. And then what I did next, I feel like I'm missing a brush. So I'm just going to go into this like almost like a forest green, like a really, really dark green, and just start to pack that on the outer edge into the crease and just follow the shape of my natural like eye crease. I am one of these really strange people where it's like a 50-50 with me. Like, I'm either really, really chatty and really in a jokey mood, or just completely flat. And it is so depressing. Like, that's probably why it's hard for me to actually make friends, because I'm just not feeling like, I don't feel 100% all the time. So yeah, it's really difficult. But this is a kind of a reason why I love doing YouTube, because I feel like the people that I've really connected with already, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I just get on with those people in particular. I love just having little like chats every now and again. I feel like the community of YouTube is just so nice. Like, you do get the occasional like dickhead, do you know what I mean, that can't hold their tongue, or say tongue, but can't hold their like words in and just have to say something. But I don't know, like it's upsetting for like a second, but I just feel like it's not a massive issue, because I don't know who that person is, and they've obviously got more of an issue than me, because they have stopped to vent their issue. So it doesn't tend to bother me as such, those types of things. But I am so surprised in how positive YouTube has been for me recently, or just since I've started. I think I've been doing it now for about a year, maybe even more than a year now. So I'm just taking the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer in the shade Light Nude. I didn't like this as a concealer. I actually really do like it as a base for my eyeshadow, and also really like it for a cut crease as well. But yeah, I really do enjoy just having like little chats with you guys, and you are honestly so lovely, and I have been so lucky in like connecting with such nice people. Because before I started YouTube, I wanted to do it for ages and just felt like it's going to be such a negative experience. I'm not going to be accepted into it. People aren't going to like me, or I'm not going to be a certain look. And then once I did it, I thought, you know what, it doesn't even matter. Like, you are who you are, and if people don't like that, then that's not going to be an issue. Do you know what I mean? You have that in life anyway. You don't always get on with people, and that's just the way it is. And yeah, I just feel like it's been just such a positive experience so far, and I just really like doing it. I just love to, I think it's mainly just to connect with you guys. I think that is what I love to do. It's just the fact that you can talk to so many people around the world really, really fascinates me. And you are stuck in an area where you feel like, I haven't made any friends, or if you are in that situation, you feel bad about that, but you are in like a tiny area, and there is so many other places out there, millions of people out there that would get me more or be a better friend, but they just live in different countries or different areas. And that's what I find incredible. You kind of feel like alone, and then you do this and then you think, do you know what, there is so many nice people out there that you just don't worry as much, I guess. And I think that is why YouTube is amazing. Before this, you would be stuck in your own bubble, and if you didn't have a lot of friends, you'd feel very, very alone. And then with YouTube, you can I sit and watch YouTube videos and just feel like I've got my friend, or do you know what I mean? Like, you kind of feel like you're relating to that person, and it makes you feel a lot better. So yeah, I actually really, really like YouTube. I love YouTube, and the fact that I can do it myself as well is just like amazing to me. So yeah, I feel like I want to say thank you to all of the people that actually watch my videos and comment on my videos. It really does mean the world to me, and it is the main reason why I wanted to do this. And I feel like the people that I have connected with and do talk to, that is really all that matters. So what I'm going to do is, I've got two shimmer shades. I've got a green and I've got a yellow here. So I'm going to put the green one on first, just straight over that concealer. So I'm just put that yellow straight over the top of that green, just to like brighten it up a bit as well. Right, so then what I'm going to go into next is I'm going to take the black shade from this palette, and I'm just going to start by tapping that into the outer corner. And with most of these shades, I have literally just really lightly like tapped them into place. I haven't blended as such. The only thing I really did blend was the yellow, and the yellow over the green as well. And the black doesn't kind of like look completely black, because I've got the green on it, just looks like a more intense darker green shade, which I actually really, really like. Okay, my camera literally just died, so yes, back in the game. So what I am going to do now is I'm just going to dab on a little bit more of that yellow in the center. So what I did take as well was the Revolution Pro Supreme highlighter in metal, and I took the middle shade and just like kind of brightened that middle bit just a little bit more. So then what I did next was I literally just took the L'Oreal Paradise Ecstatic Mascara. I did test this. I will leave a link here. And yeah, I did do a review on this. It's like okay, I guess. So the lashes that I'm using, of course, like when would I not, is the Amazon lashes, which I always leave a link down below. I'm just going to be taking these ones right here. I feel like these kind of like bring a bit of fluffiness to the lashes, and I really, really like that in lashes. So yeah, because I've been doing this for a while, I feel like I just need to be like a little bit more open, I guess, and just not be like I was just sitting and robotically talking to a camera. But I don't even know if I'm gonna, like, I'll probably look back at this and think you're actually mental. So what I'm going to do now is I've already like moisturised my skin. Have I moisturised my skin? No. No, I don't think I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the W7 Princess Potion. This is really, really nice and it smells amazing. And I think this was like £3. I think I got this in Home Bargains. No, B&M I think it was. So I'm just going to warm that up. I'm just going to warm that up in my hands. I've also got, I think you can probably see it there, all of a sudden I had this really big lump under my face, and I think it's just like a cyst or something. I really don't know, but it is huge and I can't like get rid of it because it's like really deep under the skin. So if you can see that, that is literally what that is, and it's so weird. But I get stressed a lot of the time, and probably majority of the time, and I get abscesses, I get so many skin things where that's how my stress comes out, I guess. Abscesses, cysts, any kind of like, I mean abscess, an abscess. I get them like anywhere when I'm stressed, and they are so painful. But I think that's more of a cyst just because it's not really painful. Like I can definitely feel that it's there, but it's not painful. But yeah, it's just really annoying. I've got, I think this is, yeah, this is from Primark. So this is my Perfect Colour foundation stick. It's a moisturising foundation stick. I think I seem to remember this being like, it felt like it was super oily. But I feel like because I've got that like Princess Potion, it should be okay. So I am using the shade, I'm sure this was like porcelain, I don't think it says it anywhere. I'm just going to be using the Iconic London brush, and I'm just going to start blending that into the skin. I'm going to let that just try and sink into the skin because I don't know, if I come a bit closer, like it just smears like all over the skin. I feel like I just get that with, oh, I haven't even like brushed that in. I get that with a lot of those foundation sticks. They just don't ever tend to, hello, you know, don't ever tend to like absorb into my skin. They literally just sit on top. That looks so gross. Ew. But on a lighter note though, so I am super into watching like Netflix programs. Like I really do binge watch a lot. I mean a lot of Netflix. And I'm gonna have to use, I've got the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade 10. Ew, that is so dark. I'm going to have to actually use the concealer that I'm not overly keen on, just because it's like one of the lightest shades that I've got. This is the L'Oreal Infallible, which I also tested as well, and I'm not the biggest fan, but it's like really light. So yeah, I have, why do I always say it like that? So I have been watching and binge watching like all different types of series. I have finished, so I watched Stranger Things 3. Let me know if you have watched all of those because they are so good. I love them. And then I started watching Glow the other day, and I put it off for so long. I was like, I'm not going to enjoy that. That is literally like wrestling, and I just thought I don't like that, so I'm not gonna enjoy watching it. And then it kind of gave into it and really enjoyed it. But it is so good, like honestly, if you haven't seen it, give it a go. It's really good. So I'm looking like a cakey mess at the minute. You feel like when you have really pale skin and you go for the palest shades all the time, it's, I don't know, I honestly feel like the formula is different in the lighter shades of anything, concealer, foundation, whatever it may be. I feel like the consistency, no, the formula is so different and it just looks so cakey. I feel like I have to tan just to get the darker colour, oh my god, just to like be able to buy darker shades of stuff because it never looks cakey when I get things in darker shades. So yeah, it is a bit weird. I'm just using the Laura Mercier translucent powder just to set it all down, really lock in that cakiness. So what I'm going to use now is my old favourite. This is the Sunkissed Hello Sunshine bronzer, and this is just like a really nice subtle bronzer. I'm just going to pop that under the cheekbones. And I'm also going to take one of my old favourites, which is the Max & More from Home Bargains. I think you can get it in Poundland as well. This is in the shade Rose, I believe. Yep, Rose. This is such a nice colour. But you can just do what I just did and go well overboard. That is nuts. No, thank you. That'll do. Oh my god. I'm just going to take the Revolution Pro Metals highlighting palette, which I used on the eye. And I'm just going to take the middle shade again. Just use it as a highlighting shade. And then I'm just going to be taking my Cover FX spray just to like really kind of hydrate my skin again because it's looking a bit dry. The one thing, I do like this, but I do feel like it leaves a lot of spray marks, like dots on your skin. I feel like you just need to like dab it down a bit. My skin looks terrible today. Okay, and then I feel like I need a really true nude. I feel like I'm just going to take this one. This is the MUA lipstick in Bear. I seem to remember this being like just a nice nude. Okay, then lastly I'm going to run the darker shade, kind of like the black and the green mixed together, and I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line, and then just take, I'm just thinking my eye. I'm going to take the yellow shade and really blow that out underneath. Like, I don't think I've ever done such a grungy look. I feel like this is a lot lower. And then probably gonna finish this off with some eyeliner and mascara along the lower lash line. Taking the mascara again. Okay, so my base is looking awful. But I think I just do not get on with like foundation sticks. Like, I really should just get rid of it, but I feel like I've got so much left of it, but it doesn't work, so I need to get rid of it. I realistically just need to get rid of it. But yeah, apart from the actual base makeup, I really do like the eyes. I actually like how blown out they are, and I've probably blown it out too much. I don't actually care. That is going to be the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Like, just such a rambly makeup tutorial. Is it even a makeup tutorial? I don't even know. And yeah, just being super honest with you, and I don't even know where it came from. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed it. I really hope that you're doing well as well. If you are new to my channel, then consider subscribing. You probably don't want to now because you're like, who is this weird person? And if you are already subscribed, then thank you so much for watching, being here, commenting, liking, just being a good person and a good friend, because I haven't met them, but I have just spoken to so many nice people on here. And if you are watching, thank you so much. Like, it is just so nice to have little chats here and there. And yeah, that, my friends, is going to be everything, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.